Welcome back to Monday Motivation, folks. It's your boy, Brandon. Today, we're going to be doing a hypertrophy workout, or hypertrophy. What is that? Hypertrophy is the enlargement of an organ or tissue from the increase in size of its cells, in this case, muscles. We're going to be working both types of hypertrophy today. Myofibril, which is, done by lifting heavy weights and stimulating the muscles by breaking them down. This workout will also give us sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, aka the pump. That's what bodybuilders call the pump. And this workout is of course brought to us by Mr. C.T. Fletcher, the best motivator in the industry. Love this guy. And here's what the workout looks like. So basically you start out with your 1 rep max, drop some plates, do 2 reps, and then 4 reps, and then 8 reps, 6 until you get to essentially the bar and do 128 reps with the bar on your last set. And so I opted to do it on a was it a hammer strength machine? Like old school hammer strength machine. And my first rep was like 220, 225, something like that. I had a lot of 10s on there just so I could drop the 20 pounds per. And then I done my 2 reps. And the lighting in the gym that day was terrible. I can't even tell how much I have on there right now as I sit here and watch this. But it was really heavy. I will say that. I'm honestly surprised that I was able to get it up from the static position these first few sets. So what have we got here? 2 reps, 3 reps, 4 reps. Okay, so that was my 3rd set, 4 reps. So now we're going into the 4th set. Now you have to do 8 reps. And if you guys can see, this angle's kind of terrible, but as you can see, my elbows are not flared out to my sides. They're actually still, where they're supposed to be, tucked by my lats. You just can't tell from the angle that I'm shooting at right now. And by this point in time, I think this is the set of 16, maybe even 32. I'm losing track, losing count. The reason this is a myofibril and sarcoplasmic hypertrophy workout at the same time is because, for one, your first few sets should be extremely heavy. So therefore, your time under tension is going to be increased because you're going to be lifting some pretty heavy weights. And then the sarcoplasmic portion, and the pump, what bodybuilders call the pump, is because of the extreme, and I do mean extreme, amount of reps that you will be getting with this workout. I cannot express how important it is to warm up before you do any of this, because this is a workout that is meant for someone who is serious about gains, who's been working out for a long time. This is not something that you should just jump into right out the gate. You should not just go to the gym and be like, oh, I'm going to work out like C.T. Fletcher. It is a horrible idea. As you can see, I have to break out the old slingshot from Mark Bell to help me get them few extra reps. I think this is my set of 64. No, this is my set of 32. Yeah, so I've still got like, going to be 35 on each side, so like 115 pounds or something like that. So yeah, to get them few extra reps in, I had to break out the old slingshot. My chest was already shot. And I done just, the small minor jump cuts and transitions. I transitioned between weight changing and then small non-transitional jump cuts in between each pause that I've done. As you can see here, I was able to change the camera angle up a bit. Everybody was gone, except maybe one person. So you can see that look at the position of my elbows versus the position of my shoulders. I don't have my elbows flared out, like a bird or a chicken. They're still, down like they're supposed to be. You arch your arms. You should have that little bit of arch in your back. Of course, I'm not able to touch the ground due to my hip issue, but here we are on the set of 64 reps. And as you can see, I'll jump cut a few times. Like that right there was a jump cut because I just sat there for like 20 seconds just trying to gain my composure. My chest was on fire by this point. Here's where the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy comes into play, because the amount of reps that you do with this workout is insane. So, yeah, so yeah, there I am down for the count again, stretching out. I actually set up for a bit, but I'm just jump cutting back to where I'm getting down to business with the reps, because that's what we're here to see. How many reps can this balding, bearded little handicap man do? Well, he done all 128. I get up at this point, and I show myself getting up at this point, and of course getting back down. That was a jump cut, of course, but I'm pretty sure it was at that point that I was so sure that I was going to have to go to the restroom and vomit. And the bad thing about that is the only thing that I had at this point in the morning was my pre-workout. I hadn't eaten anything. I am doing this completely fasted. Like, this is a fasted workout. Even the heavy lifting, all the reps that I'm doing is fasted. I had a Monster Energy with my supplements, and that's it. I am running on empty right now. I am so hungry at this point, I do believe. My stomach was hurting. My throat was hurting. My chest was hurting. My triceps were hurting. If I didn't have to go to work this day, I would have just went back home, ate something, and went back to bed. Of course, according to Rich Piana, that's the best thing you could do. Work out like this, go home, down a ton of protein, and then go straight to bed, because both of those things are essential to muscle growth. But yeah, so the only thing I'd done besides bench was just a minor warm-up, like maybe 3 sets, 4 sets tops of some cable crossovers, and a few, maybe 4 sets of like 8 to 10 really, really light tricep extensions, just to get the joints warmed up so as to not hurt myself. But like I said, guys, this is a very advanced type of workout. This is not something that you should just jump right into. You should definitely have some moderate skill, at least in the gym and with exercising, and should know, the movement and, how to do things. Know when your body is ready to quit, because, you can push yourself too far. You can give yourself negative returns, just because I go past that point of failure. That's what you have to do to grow. Like, if you want to get your muscles as big as you want them, or shredded as you want them, strong as you want them, you have to go that extra mile, and that's what I've done here. But the difference between me and potentially some of you, is that I've been working out for over 20 years. I have done this workout before, and it's not for the faint of heart. Like I said, I decided to do this because my body was in a state of, what's that word called? I hit a plateau. So like with my diet, with my training, like it just started to fall flat, in my opinion. Like people would look at me at work all the time, or just as I'm out and about, and be like, "Ah, man, you're looking jacked, or you're getting huge." But even looking in the mirror, I couldn't see that. So, like with my diet and everything, having to streamline it, burn more calorie. Like this burns a ton of calories because it's almost non-stop. All the breaks that, besides the one where I, almost went to vomit, was maybe 30 to 45 seconds tops. Counted like just deep breaths, count in my head to 30, and then go right back to repping it out until I get the job done. Now the video in and of itself, yes, is only like 12 minutes long, but that's because of all the jump cuts that I did of, removing the weight. So that plays a factor into it too. You have to remove the weight, get things ready, uh, you know, restart the camera, etc., etc., and then your little 30 to 45-second breaks. All that adds up. I was doing bench press for the better part of like 90 to 100 minutes, guys. Like an hour and a half of just straight benching. That's pretty crazy. Um, but it felt good, It's like at that point in time, you could tell, like just with some of my reactions that I left in here, that I was just ready to die. I felt like death. But at the end of the day, after I get some food in me, got my stretches in, even the next day, like my chest was super sore, but it felt great. I felt strong for the next couple days, especially in my chest. The next time I went to do chest, I was not easily, but easier than last time, was able to put up over 205 pounds probably. I don't remember if I done 205 or 215, but I was able to get 2 to 4 reps. What felt easy to me versus before I'd done this exercise here. But here we are coming to the end. By this point, I do believe that I, lost count. But anyway, guys, if you like this content and you want to see more, just leave a like and subscribe. And of course, I am going to do more. Next is going to be delts. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.